Did the boxing world get this one completely wrong? Hi, how you doing? My name's Jacqui-Lee Pryce, former boxer, and I spent many years in the sport as a boxing coach and judge. So, fight news still dominating the headlines this week. That move, Conor Benn to Zuffa Boxing. To be honest, I actually thought it'd be one fight and done. I thought he'd return to Matchroom, all would be forgiven, and it would be business as usual. But it doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. After all the interviews from both sides given this week, it is very, very apparent that this split seems to be permanent. It was also announced this week that Conor Benn will face American boxer Regis Prograis. And that fight will be on the undercard of Fury Magmadov, and that's April the 11th on Netflix. So, yeah, I think this story is just going to continue rolling and dominating the headlines. Anyway, today's breakdown. For the IBF and WBO Junior Lightweight World Championship between Emanuel Navarrete and Eduardo Sugar Nunez. So heading into the fight, Navarrete, the higher ranked fighter, last time out, it resulted in a no contest because of an accidental clash of heads, but he kept hold of his WBO belt. Nunez, it was an absolutely incredible fight in his last outing, a high-paced war against Diaz. Navarrete's power cannot be underestimated. He hits like a hammer, but the narrative going into the fight basically had Nunez as the favourite. And when we talk about Mexican fighters, we talk about aggression, resilience. We just want to see a war. So round one, Nunez starts on the outside. He's using that jab as a rangefinder. He's not really sitting down on his shots. He's using it more as a measuring tool. Navarrete takes centre of the ring, and this is where people start misreading things. Navarrete, he looks slightly out of distance when he throws. He almost falls over his front foot. He crosses his legs, but he looks kind of really relaxed. He's throwing long-range combinations, not tidy, but well-timed. And he's always on the end of punching range, and that's intentional. It's a quiet round, but Navarrete is definitely dictating. Rounds 2 to 3, Nunez again using that probing jab, and when he sets his feet, his upper body defense is actually really good. But Navarrete's jab to the body now comes into play. Single shots, nice and solid. One thing I noticed, when Navarrete gets countered, he goes off balance, and yet Nunez never capitalizes on this. He just misses it. And even though Navarrete is the slower fighter on paper, he's totally controlling the tempo. First 2 rounds, definitely Navarrete's. Round 3, pretty much the same. Navarrete is applying pressure, is very dominant. He gets Nunez near the ropes, and he lands that beautiful right uppercut. That shot is going to be key all night. Long range, sneaky. It can be quite difficult to defend against. You have to have really good footwork and head movement. And Nunez has limited head movement. From here, Navarrete is doing most of his work on the front foot, whereas Nunez is getting on his bike at times. Round 4, Navarrete is feinting on the front foot. Nunez is biting every single time. And you can't quite see that kind of change of gear from Navarrete. It's just a lovely, beautiful flow. And Nunez looks just a bit lackluster here. There's just not enough output. When he does fire back, he's missing the target. And if you compare that to his last fight, it's like they're two different fighters. Navarrete is still trading at long range. That long lead hand hook now starts coming into play. He's disrupting his opponent and he's creating openings. Nunez, he lands a lovely left-hand counter, and even when Navarrete is off balance and open, Nunez just seems to let him off the hook. Round 5, somebody obviously gave Nunez a talking to in the corner because he finally steps forward. He breaks the distance, good shot selection, and he works that head and body. He actually catches Navarrete, he falls into the ropes, but again, he lets him off the hook. That's a key moment. When you hurt someone, we expect you to go for that second phase. Controlled pressure. don't smother your work. Fast forward, the latter part of the round, there was some absolutely great toe-to-toe action. And then you see Navarrete just kind of spins off, and then he goes back to controlling the space and the timing and the tempo with that jab. That jab is deceiving. It looks slow and laboured, but it's heavy, and it's stopping Nunez in his tracks. It's keeping him at bay and making it really, really difficult for him to close down the gap and let off those power shots. Round 6, Nunez starts working in that mid to short range. He's now picking a better shot selection, and that left hook to the body is now starting to come into play. Navarrete boxes his way out. There's a bit of back and forth, and then again, that lovely right uppercut lands. But Nunez will not be denied. He's closing down that gap. He's letting his hands go, and we now start to see that beautiful hand speed that he has. He has Navarrete under pressure briefly. Navarrete, he stands with him. They start having an absolute war. Round 7 to 8, Nunez is increasing that output. He's going to Navarrete's body more. Unlike his last fight, where the timing and the distance was impeccable, he's smothering his work when he gets in close. Navarrete, even on the ropes, makes that slight sidestep foot adjustment, and he starts winging off, hooks and uppercuts. You can see the difference in the punch impact. Navarrete is slowing down, but he's still definitely dangerous. Round 9, Nunez continues to punish the body, but Navarrete finds a second wind. That beautiful right uppercut, it lands flush again, it snaps Nunez's head back, and you can nearly feel it through the screen, and it's now becoming really, really uncomfortable to watch. Round 10, it's becoming very, very clear who the heavy hitter is. Navarrete is gliding around the ring. He's picking Nunez off with some chopping shots. And that uppercut still landing clean and repeatedly. Nunez's eye is in a really bad way. It's pouring with blood, but fair play to him, because he's still trying to fight. He's still pressing, he's firing back. There's no quitting him. He's eating far too many clean shots, and it's too one-sided. It's just really, really uncomfortable to watch. Between rounds 10 and 11, there's a lot of tension. You can feel the concern. Nunez comes out for the final round. Doctor takes a look at him, and he waves it off. TKO victory for Emanuel Navarrete, your new junior lightweight unified champion. So did the boxing world get this one completely wrong? I think they misjudged his awkward style, and I think there was the expectation that he's had so many hard fights that would come into play in this fight. This guy is awkward and has unconventional balance and fundamentals, but he dominated distance control, timing, shot selection, and he was really, really composed under pressure. The other 2 belts held by Jazza Dickens. He's the WBA junior lightweight champion, and Foster has a WBC belt. Shakur Stevenson's name has been dropped in the hat. So what should Navarrete's next move be? If you want an authentic voice in boxing, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a comment in the comments section, and thanks for watching.